for those who are still looking to file or understand why their loan got declined. Let's review
the SBA Schedule of Liabilities Form 2202.
Boom. I'm sorry to interrupt you while you're interrupting me. My hot
saying.
flash has passed, so let's get back to business. Welcome to the replay. We're so glad you're here. There are some documents that are maybe somewhat mysterious but vital, and they've been improperly completed or not filed at all.
Bottom line with documents, and we just posted a blog today about how to upload documents to the SBA or to a lender that you're applying a loan for. Number one is PDFs. Number two is don't send, if you've got bank statements, tax returns, an IRS form, photo ID, and voided check, don't just put it into one batch and just upload it, with that scanning number that comes through your scanner, 36075312595783300. Break out the documents and label them individually.
Yes, it may take 5 or 10 minutes versus 1 minute, but we're talking about a lot of money that could help your business, and it's the difference between getting it, not getting it sooner, or getting it later.
Imagine you're on the SBA side or the lender's side, and you're the loan processor or the loan officer, and you get this batched up. Because I promise you, here at Aurora Consulting, a lot of our clients submit the documents this way, even though we keep saying, please don't. You got to spend all this time to break out those documents. Decades of experience. I watched other loan officers complain about how long their loans were taking to get processed. And then, when I would talk later on to the processor or the underwriter, I would find out that the loan officer basically walked in at 7 a.m, dumped a stack of paperwork on the loan processor's desk, and went out for coffee and breakfast and was gone for the day. That's not how to submit documents. And that's the professional.
Yeah.
So if you are the business owner and you're applying,
have them labeled as to what each document is. Let's review, which probably doesn't need too much explanation.
The SBA Schedule of Liabilities Form 2202. A lot of confusion about this form. We're seeing this in online forums, where our clients are not confused with it because we fill it out for them. It's essentially the same thing that I did on a Fannie Mae 1003, which is a loan application for mortgage. And you have your assets and liabilities section. A schedule of liabilities is telling the SBA loan officer any debts that you have currently, that you're making monthly payments on currently for your business. So if your business is Trevor Curran's Batman Fan Club Incorporated, and you have a business credit card with a Batman logo on it, that business credit card, which is in the name of Trevor Curran's Batman Fan Club Incorporated, is a liability. The personal Visa credit card that I have is not a liability for the business. But what if you're sole proprietor? Sole proprietor, you're going to put down all of your debts because you want it to match what's on your credit report. Those are your personal obligations, they're not your business obligations. But for the purpose of clarification, because again, the SBA is not telling sole proprietors how to fill out the form, I would prefer to assume the worst case. You're a sole proprietor, fill out schedule of liabilities with your personal debt obligations. Make sure you sign and date the form. And of course, if a box doesn't apply to you because there's an open credit card and it's got no maturity date, which is a column on the form, then put NA. Don't leave it blank. If the obligation has a 0 monthly payment because it's a deferred payment, a year's free of interest, or maybe you're in forbearance and the monthly payment is 0, put 0. Don't leave it blank. Blanks confuse the heck out of people. You want your loan to go faster through the system? Don't confuse the loan officer.
I think too that people are used to a certain process where they have individual attention by their banker or their lender, and the banker will come back and say, what did you mean by this? Or what is this? How come this is blank? But the new reality is they have 9 million applications. So if it's not perfect and they can't proceed, they're just going to put it on the bottom of the pile.
Honestly, I want to know who those bankers were that you were doing business with, because I was a banker.
You were a banker?
And I watched other bankers around me and how they dealt with paperwork. And I promise you, they did not pick up the phone and call people and say, hey, I did. Part of how
That's
I
probably
built my
why
success.
I'm saying that was possible.
Linda Ray and I, in the early days of our relationship 6 years ago, asked me about refinancing.
Scandalous.
And so I sent her my documents checklist. She responded very quickly with all of her documents, nice and neatly organized. Here's the tax return for this year and tax return for that year. And it was just the federal. She left out all the state tax returns that I don't need and all the payment coupons and the junk that the accountant puts on top. She left it all out. Easy peasy. peasy for me to read it as her loan officer. I asked for bank statements, got those, the mortgage statement. This is why Linda doesn't understand.
P.S. He did not become my loan officer. He became my lover. My name is Linda Ray.
And I'm Trevor.
We are Aurora Consulting, financing solutions for your business success story. And we wish...